Hello there. Well, it's a lovely April afternoon and I'm on my first trout fishing trip of the season. I'm going to use the Tenkara rod, which is only the third season that I've used it, and I'm still a beginner really, but it's a really nice way of fishing. It's very simple. It's just a rod and a line. Now it's telescopic, and all of the pieces are contained within that short length of rod. They're very fine pieces of carbon fibre. There's a little button at the end. You take that off, and then you gradually pull out the pieces. You have to be very careful because that top section is extremely thin. But the rod has a lovely action. You'll notice you can do what's called that springing it out is a sort of a bow and arrow cast. Sometimes that's quite useful underneath bushes. Now these little acidic rivers are a little bit slow to start fishing. April is still quite early. So I'm not expecting very much, but the river looks beautiful. You can hear the birds singing. And the leaf has not really got going on most of the trees. I'm doing a bit of downstream casting. It is important because you only have the length of the rod and the length of the line, so if the rod's about 10 foot and the line is probably 13 feet, you haven't got a very long cast, so it really does depend on being very stealthy. And I think at my age, not so easy to get down on your knees and get up again, so I'm not expecting too much, not with fishing in this downstream position. The river looks lovely and clear, and there's plenty of water. These rivers do suffer from drought. Sometimes they get very low, but there's a nice lot of movement on the river. At the moment it looks really nice. There's a technique with these rods casting them, and I'm afraid that is a little minnow that took quite a large fly really for a minnow. At least it shows the fly works. We'll pop him back. It's a very pretty river, and the banks are covered with primroses and dog violets and bluebells. It really does look beautiful at this time of year. It's probably the best time of year really. Well, I've had a few little knocks, but I've not been able to connect with any of the small trout today, but it's been lovely just being down here. You can see some of these casts are so light, and you can be very accurate with these rods. Now I've been down on the river for probably 3 hours, and it really has gone by very rapidly. Feels more like half an hour. Now it's very simple to put the rods away. You just make the line loose, and then with your right hand you hold the main piece of the rod and feed the other sections into it carefully. And as you get towards the thinner end, you've got to be even more careful, because they're very thin. And then you must put the little plug in the end which holds everything together, and then just wind the line around these hooks. Very simple method of fishing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little trip to the river. If you did, please click a like and maybe subscribe so you can see another video at another time. Goodbye for now.